Tranio. Since with a great desire I had to see fair Padua, nursery of arts, I am arrived for fruitful Lombardy, pleasant garden of great Italy, and by my father's love and leave, am armed with his goodwill, and thy good company, my trusty servant, well approved in all. Here let us breathe, and haply institute a course of learning and ingenious study. Pisa, renowned for grave citizens, gave me my being, and my father first, a merchant of great traffic through the world, Vincentio, come of the Bentivolii. Vincentio's son, brought up in Florence, it shall become to serve all hopes conceived, to deck his fortune with his virtuous deeds. Therefore, Tranio, for the time, I study virtue, and that part of philosophy will I apply that treats of happiness, especially by virtue to be achieved. Come, tell me thy mind, for I have Pisa left and them to Padua come, as he that leaves a shallow plash to plunge him in the deep, and with satiety seeks to quench his thirst.
Me pedant, gentle mastermind, I am in all as affected as yourself, glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let's be no stoics, nor no stocks, I pray, or so devote to Aristotle's checks as Ovid being outcast quite abjured. Practice bolt logic with acquaintance that you have. Practice rhetoric in your common talk, music and poesy used to quicken you. The mathematics and the metaphysics, perform to them as your stomach serves you. No profit grows, where is no pleasure taken. In brief, sir, study what you most affect.
Gramercies, lad, well dost thou advise. If biondello thou wert come ashore, we could at once put us in readiness, and take a lodging fit to entertain such friends as time in Padua shall beget. But, stay, what company is this?
Oh, master, some show to welcome us to town.
I shall not tell you.
Gentlemen, it pursued me no further, for I am resolved, as you know, not to wed my younger daughter until I have husband for the elder. Now, if either of you do love Katherina, then because I know you well and I love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
To cart her, rather. She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio, will you anyway?
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me amongst these mates?
Mates? Nay, what mean you by this? No mates for you unless you're gentle milder mould.
In faith, sir, you should never need to fear. I wis it is not halfway to her heart. But if it were, doubt not, her care should be to comb your noddle with a three-legged stool and paint your face, and you do like a fool.
Oh, from all such devils, Lord deliver us.
And me too, good Lord.
Master, here's some good pastime to put. That wench is stark mad. All wonderful froward, but
In the other silence do I see maids' mild behaviour and sobriety. Peace, Tranio.
well said, master. Mum, and gaze your fill.
Gentlemen, that I may make good what I have said, go in, Bianca. Nay, go. Look not displeased, for I love thee ne'ertheless. Sweet Bianca.
A pretty Pete. It is best put finger in the eye, and she knew why.
Sister, contention my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Gentlemen, I am resolved in what I said. Get in, Bianca.
Hark, Tranio.
Hark, Tranio, thou must hear Minerva speak.
Signor Baptista, sorry am I that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
Because I know she enjoys her instruments and her music and her poetry, schoolmasters will I have within my house to teach her youth. If either of you know of any such, then bring them hither. For two cunning men I will be kind and liberal in the upbringing of my own children. And so, goodbye, gentlemen. Katherina, you may stay here, for I have more to discuss with Bianca.
Why, I trust I may go too, may I not? What, am I to be appointed hours as though be like, and you know what to take or what to leave?
And
good, here's none will hold you.
Yeah.
Their love is not so great, Hortensio, but we may blow our nails together and fast it fairly out. Our cake's dough on both sides.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Yet, for the love I bear my sweet Bianca, if I can by any means light on a fit man to teach her that wherein she delights, I will wish him to his father.
As will I. But a word, I pray. Since the nature of our quarrel never yet broke parley, now know, upon advice, this toucheth of both, that we may yet still have fair access to our mistress and be happy rivals in Bianca's love, to labour and effect one thing specially.
And what's that, I pray?
Marry, sir, to get a husband for a sister.
Husband? A devil?
I say a husband.
I say a devil. Thinkest thou, Hortensio, though her father be very rich, any man will be so very a fool to be married to hell.
Tush, Grumio. Though it may endure your loud Lawrence to endure her loud Lawrence, know that there are plenty of fellows in this world that we could hold our lies upon, that would take her for all her faults, and with money enough.
I cannot tell. But I had take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
As you say, there is little choice in rotten apples. But come, since this bar-in-law makes us friends, then this shall so far before be friendly maintained, till, by helping Baptista's eldest daughter to a husband, we set his youngest free for a husband. Then we shall have to it afresh, sweet Bianca. Oh, happy man be his dole. He who runs the fastest gets the ring. What say you, Signor Gremio?
Yes, I'm agreed. And would I have given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing, and would thoroughly woo her, wed her, bed her, and win the house of her. Farewell.
Farewell.
I pray, tell me, sir, is it possible that love of have a sudden taken such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely. But see, while idly I stood looking on, I have found the effect of love in idleness. And now, in plainness do confess to thee that art to me as sacred and as sweet as Anna the Queen of Carthage was. Tranio, I burn. I pine. I perish, Tranio, if I achieve not this young, modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, 'tis no time to chide you now. Affection is not rated from the heart. If love have touched you, naught remains but so. Ready you may take captum, quam quaes minimo.
Good mercies, lad. Go on. This contents, the rest will comfort while I counsel sound.
Master, you look so longly on the maid. Perhaps you mark not what's the pith of all.
Oh yes, I saw. Sweet beauty in her face. Such as the daughter of Agenor had, that made great Jove humble him to her hand, when with his knees he kissed the Cretan strand.
Saw you no more? Marked you not how her sister began to scold and raise up such a storm as mortal ears might hardly endure the din?
Tranio, I saw her coral lips to move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet is all I saw in her.
Oh nay, 'tis time to stir him from this trance, I pray. Awake, sir. If you love this maid, then bend thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands. The eldest sister is so cursed and shrewd that till the father rid his hands of her master, your love must live a maid at home. And therefore has he closely mewed her up, because she will not be annoyed with suitors.
Tranio, what a cruel father's he! But art thou not advised he took some care to gain cunning schoolmasters to instruct her?
Aye, marry am I, sir. And now 'tis plotted.
I have it, Tranio.
Oh, master, for my hand, both our inventions jump and meet in one.
Tell me thine first.
You will be schoolmaster and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
Oh, it is. It may be done.
Not possible. For who shall bear your part and be here in Padua Vincentio's son, and keep his house, ply his book, welcome his friends, visit his countrymen, and banquet them.
Basta! Content thee, for I have it in full. We have not yet been seen in any house. and neither can we be distinguished by our faces for man or master. Then it follows thus. Thou shalt be Master Tranio, in my stead. Keep house, poor, and servants, as I should. I will some other be. Some Florentine, some Neapolitan, or meaner man of Pisa. 'Tis hatched and shall be so. Tranio, at once uncase thee. Take my coloured hat and cloak. When Biondello comes, he waits on thee. But I will charm him first to keep his tongue.
So would you need. Sir, see that your pleasure is, and I am tied to be obedient, for so your father charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he, though I think 'twas in some other sense. Oh, I am content to be lucentio, because also well I love lucentio.
Tranio be so, because lucentio loves. And let me be a slave to achieve the maid whose sudden sight has thralled my wounded eye. Ah, here comes the rope. Cyril, where have you been?
Where have I been? Nay, how now? Where are you? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Or have you stolen his? I pray, what's the news?
Cyril, now is not the time to jest, therefore frame your manners to the time. Your fellow Tranio here, to save my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on. And I, for my escape, have put on his. For, in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man, and I fear I was descried. Wait you on him, I charge thee as becomes, while I make way from hence to save my life. You understand me?
Aye, sir? Ne'er a wit.
Not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into lucentio.
The better for him. Would I were so too.
So could I, faith boy. To have the next wish after that, lucentio indeed should have Baptista's youngest daughter. But, sirrah, not for my sake, but your master's, I advise you use your manners discreetly in all kinds of companies. When I am alone, why then, I am Tranio. In all places else, your master, lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. One thing else rests that thyself execute, to make one amongst these wooers. If thou ask my reasons, suffice this they are both good and weighty.
Verona for a while. I take my leave to see my friends in Padua, and of all, my best beloved and approved friend Hortensio. And this I trow his house. Here, sir, our grumio. Knock, I say.
Knock, sir? Whom should I knock? Has any man bebooshed your worship?
Villain, I say knock me here and soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, sir? What am I, sure, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, knock me at this gate and rap me well, or I will knock your knave's pate.
My master has grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, then after I know who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Faith, sirrah, and you'll not knock, I'll ring it. And try how you can sulphur and sing it.
Help, masters, help! My master is mad!
And knock when I bid you, sirrah, villain.
How now? What is the matter? My good friend Grumio and my good friend Petruchio. How are you all at Verona?
Signor Hortensio, come you to part the fray? Con tutto el cuore, bon trovato, may I say.
Alla nostra costa benevito, milotto horotto, signor mio Petruchio. Rise, Grumio, rise. We shall compound this quarrel.
'Tis not matter what he ledges in Latin, for is this not lawful cause for me to leave his service? Look you, sir, he said he'd knock me, rap me, and sound me, but, well,
Was it fit?
was it fit for a servant to use his master so, being perhaps, for aught I see, 32 pip out? From whom to God would have knocked out first, had then not Grumio come by the worst?
Ah, senseless villain. Signor Hortensio, I bade the rascal knock upon my gate, but could not get him from my heart to do it.
Knock at the gate! Oh, heaven, spake these words plain! Sarah, knock me here, knock me well, knock me soundly. Come you now in knocking at the gate!
Sirrah, be gone or talk no more, I advise you.
Patience, Petruchio, for I am Grumio's pledge. 'tis heavy chance twixt you and him, your pleasant, ancient, trustworthy servant. But tell me, what happy gale, sweet friend, that blows you here to Padua from old Verona?
Such winds that scatter young men throughout the world to seek their fortune farther than at home, where small experience grows. But in a few. Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. My father Antonio has deceased, and I have thrust myself into this maze to wive and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at my home. I come abroad to see the world.
Shall I come roundly to thee then, and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favoured wife? Thou thank'st me near little for my counsel, but I promise you she shall be rich, and very rich. But thou'st too much, my friend. I'll not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we few words suffice. And if thou knows one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, as wealth is burden to my wooing dance, be she as foul as was Florentius' love, or as old as Sybil, or more cursed and shrewd than Socrates' Xanthippe, or worse still, she moves me not, or removes at least affection's edge in me, were she as rough as were the swelling Adriatic seas. I come to wive it wealthily in Padua, and if wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Look you, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him gold enough to marry him to a puppet or an aglet baby, or an old trot with never a tooth in her head, and as many diseases as 250 horses. Why, nothing comes amiss when money comes withal.
Petruchio, since we are thus stepped in, I shall continue what I broached in jest. I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife, with wealth enough, young and beauteous. She has one fault, and her only fault is that she's an intolerable curse. Shrewd and froward beyond all measure, that if my estate were far worse, I wouldn't wed her for a mine of gold.
Peace, Hortensio, thou know'st not gold's effect. Tell me her father's name, 'tis enough. For I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder in clouds in autumn crack.
Her father's name is Baptista Minola, a courteous and affable gentleman. Her name is Katherina Minola, renowned throughout Padua for a cursed tongue.
I know her father, but not of her, and he knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, Hortensio, until I see her, and therefore let me be so bold, to give myself over at this first encounter, unless you will accompany me thither.
Pray, sir, let him go while the humour lasts. Oh, my word, if she knew him as well as I would do. She would think scolding would do little good upon him. She may even call him half a score knaves or so. But that is nothing, can I begin once. He'll rail in his rope tricks. I'll tell you what, sir, she'll stand him but a little, but he'll throw a figure on her face, and so disfigure her, she'll have no more eyes to see withal than a cat. You know him not, sir.
Tarry, Petruchio, I will go with thee, for in Baptista's keep my treasure is. Oh, he hath the jewel of my life in hold, his youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca, who, withheld from me and other more suitors and rivals in her love, supposing it a thing impossible, and to these effects I have rehearsed, that if ever Catherine be wooed, then this order Baptista ta'en, that none shall have access unto Bianca until Catherine the Cursed has got a husband.
Catherine the Cursed, a title of a maid of all titles the worst.
So shall my friend do me grace and offer me disguise in sober robes to old Baptista as schoolmaster, well versed in music, so that I may by this device have leave and leisure to make love to her and unsuspectedly court her by herself.
Here's no knavery. See to beguile the old folks how the young folks lay their heads together. Look about you, master. Who goes there, huh?
Mum, Grumio, 'tis a rival in my love.
A proper stripling.
Petruchio, stand by a while.
And an amorous.
Oh, very well. I have perused the note. Hark you, sir, I'll have them fairly bound. All books of love, see that at any rate. See also you read no other lectures to her. You understand me? Over and beside Signor Baptista's liberality, I will mend it to the largesse. Take your paper too. And see that they are well perfumed, for she is sweeter than perfume itself to whom they go to. What will you read to her?
Whate'er I read to her, I'll plead for you as for my patron, rest you so assured. As firmly as yourself were still in place.
and yea, perhaps with more successful words, unless you were a scholar, sir.
Oh, this learning, what a thing it is!
Oh, this woodcock, what an ass it is! He's
Senor Gremio, God save you.
You are well met too. Show you whither I'm going? Baptista Minola. I promised to inquire carefully about a schoolmaster for the fair Bianca, and by good fortune have lighted on this young man for learning and behaviour fit for her turn. Yes, well read in poetry and other books. Good ones, I warrant you.
It is well, for I have met a gentleman who hath promised me to help me to another, a fine musician, so that I be in no whit be behind in duty to our fair mistress Bianca, so beloved of me.
So beloved of me, and that my deeds shall prove.
And that his bags shall prove.
It is no time to vent our love, but come, since this bar-in-law makes us friends, then this gentleman here, whom by chance I have met, that upon agreement from us and to his liking, has agreed to undertake the wooing of cursed Catherine. Yea, to marry her if a dowry pleases.
So said, so done, 'tis well. Tell me, Hortensio, have you told him all her faults?
I know she is an irksome, brawling scold. But if that be all, masters, I see no harm.
No, so say I, dare I say it? Tell me, sir, what countryman?
Born in Verona, old Antonio's son. My fortune, father dead, my fortune lives with me, and good days and long I hope to see.
Ah, sir, such a life with such a wife were strange. Still, if you have a stomach, to it in God's name. You shall find me assisting you in all. But tell me, will you woo this wildcat?
Will I live?
Aye, he'll woo her, or I'll hang her.
Why came I hither but to that intent? Think your little thing can daunt mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea, puffed up with winds, rage like an angry boar chafed with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, heaven's artillery and thunder in the skies? Have I not in a pitched battle heard loud larums neighing steeds and trumpets clang? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue that give not half so great a blow to hear as chestnuts on a farmer's fire? Tush, tush, fear boys with bugs.
For he fears none.
Oh, Hortensio, this gentleman is happily arrived, my mind presumes, for his own good and ours.
And I have promised that we will be his contributors and bear the cost of his wooing whatsoever.
And so we shall, providing that he win her.
I would, if I was sure of a good dinner.
Ah, gentlemen, God save you. Tell me, if I may be bold, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
He that hath the two fair daughters, is it he you mean?
Even he, Biondello.
Surely, sir, you mean her not to...
Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do?
Not her that chides any hand I pray, sir.
I love no chiders, sir. Oh, Biondello, let's away.
Well begun, Tranio.
Sir, a word ere you go. Do you profess to be a suitor to this maid you speak of?
And if
Yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is it any offence?
None. If without more words it will get you thence.
And are not the streets as free for me as for you?
Yes, and so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason, if you'll know, that she is the choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she is the chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Softly, my masters. If you be gentlemen, do me this right. Hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman to whom my father is not all unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may well more wooers have, and me for one. Fair lady's daughter had 1,000 wooers. So well may one more fair Bianca have, and so she shall. Lucentio shall make one, though Paris came in hope to speed alone.
What, this gentleman will out-talk us all?
Sir, give him his head. I know he'll prove a jade.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, if I may ask, if I could be so bold, have you yet met Baptista's daughter?
No, though here I do that he hath two. The one is famous for her scolding tongue, as is the other for her beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first for me, let her go by.
Yes, leave that labour to great Hercules, unless it be more than Alcides' 12.
Sir, understand you this in me in sooth, the youngest daughter for who you hearken for. Her father will not allow access to any man and will not promise her to suitors until first the elder sister be wed. Then the younger is free and not before.
Oh, if it be so, sir, that you are the man must stead us all out, and me amongst the rest. If you break the ice and do this feat, achieve the elder, set the younger free for our access, whose hap shall be to have a will not so graceless be as to be in great.
Sir, you say well, and well you do conceive. But if you profess to be a suitor, you must, as must we, gratify this gentleman, for whom we all rest genuinely beholding.
Oh, sir, I shall not be slack. In sign whereof, please ye, we may contrive this afternoon and quaff carouses to our mistress' health, and do as adversaries do in law, strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Oh, excellent motion.
Fellows, let's be gone.
Motion is good indeed. Let it be so. Signor Petruchio, I shall be your Benvenuto.
Good sister, wrong me not, nor wrong yourself. To make a bondmaid and a slave of me, that I disdain. But for these are the gauds, unbind my hands, I'll pull them off myself. Yea, all my raiment to my petticoat, or what you will command will I do. So will I know my duty to my elders. Of all thy suitors here, I charge thee, tell whom thou lovest best. See thou dissemble not. Believe me, sister, of all men alive, I never yet beheld that special face, which I could fancy more than any other. Minion, thou liest. Is it not Hortensio? If you affect him, sister, here, I swear I plead for you myself, but you shall have him. Oh, then belike you fancy riches more. You will have gremio to keep you fair. Is it for him you envy me so? Nay, then you jest, and I well perceive you have put jest with me all this while. I prithee, sister Kate, untie my hands. If that be jest, then all the rest was so.
Oh, no, where grows this insolence? Oh, poor girl, she weeps. Oh, meddle not with her. Go to thy needles and meddle not with her. For shame! Thou hilding of a devilish spirit, why dost thou wrong her that ne'er e'er did wrong thee? When did she cross thee with a single bitter word?
Her silence flouts me, and I'll be revenged.
In my sight, go in, Bianca!
What? Will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see she is your treasure. She must have a husband. I must dance barefoot on her wedding day, and with your laughter hurling ends in hell. Talk not to me. I will go sit and weep till I can find occasion of revenge.
Whatever gentleman thus aggrieved as I? And who comes now?
Good morrow, neighbour Baptista.
Good morrow, neighbour Grumio. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, good sir. Pray you not have a daughter called Katherina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Katherina.
Sir, you are too blunt. Go to it orderly.
You wrong me, Signor Gremio. Give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir. And hearing of her beauty, and her wit, her affability and mild manners, her wondrous qualities, and bashful modesty, I'm bold to show myself a forward guest within your house to see with mine eye the report, which I have often heard. And, as an entrance to my entertainment, may I present a man, cunning in the art of music and mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences, which I know she is not ignorant. Accept of him, or you do me harm. His name is Liccio from Mantua.
You are welcome, sir, and he for your sake, but as for my daughter, this I know, she's not for your turn. Oh, my grief.
I see you do not wish to part with her, or else you like not of my company.
Misunderstand me not, sir. I speak as I find. Who are you, sir? Whence do you come from?
My name is Petruchio, old Antonio's son, a man well known throughout Italy.
I know him well, and you are welcome for his sake.
Petruchio, good Petruchio, saving your tail. let us that our poor petitioners speak too. Buckery, you are marvellous forward.
Oh, pardon me, Signor Gremio, I fain be doing.
I doubt it not, sir, but you will curse your wooing. Good neighbour, this is a gift very grateful, I am sure of it. And to express the like kindness myself, that have been, well, more kindly beholding to you than anyone, freely give unto you this scholar, long studying in Reims. Yes, as cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages, as the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray, accept his service.
1,000 thanks, good Gremio, and welcome, Cambio. Sir, you pardon me, but you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold as to ask from whence you came?
Pardon me, sir. The boldness is mine own, that being a stranger in this city here, to make myself a suitor unto your daughter, unto Bianca, fair and virtuous. Nor is your firm resolve unknown to me. In the preferment of the eldest sister, this virtue is all that I ask, that upon knowledge of my parentage, I may have welcome amongst the rest that woo, and free access and favour as the rest. Oh, toward the education of your daughters, I here bestow this simple instrument, and this small packet of Greek and Latin books. If you accept them, their worth is great.
I see your name is Lucentio. From whence?
Of Pisa, sir. Son to Vincentio.
Ah, a mighty man of Peter. By report, I know him well. You are welcome, sir, for his sake. You take the lute. Hello, within! You take the lute, and you take the set of books. Take these gentlemen to my daughters and say that they will be their tutors, and to use them well. We will go to walk a little in the orchard, and then to dinner.
Signor Baptista, my business asketh haste, and every day I cannot come to woo. Now, you knew my father well, and in him me, left solely heir to all his land and goods, which I have bettered rather than decreased. And tell me, sir, if I am to win your daughter's love, what dowry will I have to wive with her?
Well, after my death, 1/2 of my lands, and in possession 20,000 crowns.
And for that dowry, I'll assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survives me, of all my land and leases whatsoever. Therefore, let specialities be drawn between us, and covenants held on either hand.
Yes, when that special thing is well obtained, that is her love, which is all in all.
For that is nothing, father. For I am as peremptory as she proud-minded, and where two raging fires do meet, they do consume the things that feeds their fury. Well, little fire grows well with little wind, but extreme gusts will blow out fire and all, thus I to her. And so she yields to me, for I am rough, and woo not like a babe.
Yes, well mayst thou woo, but Godspeed your wooing, but be prepared for some unpleasant words.
Aye, to the proof, as the mountains are to the wind that shake not though they blow perpetually. Ow!
Why so? Why do you look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look so pale,
will my daughters not prove to be good musicians?
I think she'll prove to be a soldier. Iron may hold her, but never the lutes.
Will you not break my daughter to the lute?
Why, no, sir, for she has broke the lute to me. I did but tell her she mistook her frets, and with that she fumed. Frets call you these, quoth she, I'll fume with them. And with that word she struck me on the head. And there I stood, amazed for a while, as though on a pillory looking through the lute. While she did call me a rascal fiddler and a twaddling jack, and 20 such vile terms, as though she studied to misuse me so.
Now, by the world, 'tis a lusty wench. Oh, I love to have some chat with her.
Oh, be not so discomfited, sir. Come with me and teach my younger daughter, for she is apt to learn and is grateful for good turns. Senor Gremio, will you come with us, or shall I send my daughter to you?
I pray you do. I'll attend her here. And woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she reigned, then I will tell her she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frowns, then I will say she looks as clear as morning roses freshly washed with dew. Say she be mute and will not utter a word, then I will commend her volubility. Say she uttereth piercing eloquence, and do bid me pack, then I will give her thanks as though she bid me stay a week. Say she denied to wed, then I will crave the day I ask the banns, and we will be married. But here she comes. Now, Petruchio, speak. Good morrow, Kate. For that is your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard, but something hard of hearing? They call me Catherine, that do talk of me.
You lie in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the curse. Oh. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, for dainties are all Kates, and therefore Kate, take this of me, Kate of my consolation, hearing thy mildness praised in every town. Thy virtue spoke of, thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved? In good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first, you were immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
A joined stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you, if me you mean.
Oh, alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but yet young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should be. Should buzz.
Well taken, and like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
Aye, for a turtle, as he takes a buzzard.
Come, come, you wasp, if faith you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Well, who knows where a wasp does wear his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue?
Whose tongue?
Yours, if you talk of tails, and so farewell.
What, with my tongue in your tail? Oh, nay, good Kate, I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
And so may you loose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman. And if no gentleman, why then, no arms.
Ah, Herald Kate, oh, put me in thy books.
What is your crest? A coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my hen.
No cock of mine. You crow too like a craven.
Hey, come, Kate, come. You are too sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab, so look not sour.
There is, there is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What? You mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
How, by St. George, I'm too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with care.
I care not.
Nay, Kate, in sooth, you escape not so.
Oh, I chafe you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. Was told that you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find reported very liar. But thou art passing gamesome, gentle, courteous, yet slow in speech, and sweet as springtime flowers. Thou hast now pleasure to be cross in talk, and with gentle conference entertains thy wooers, soft and affable. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, slanderous world, Kate is like the hazel twig, is swait and slender, and sweeter than kernels, and browner in hue than hazelnuts. Oh, let me see thee walk, thou canst not halt.
Go, fool, and whom thou keep'st command.
Did ever Diane so become a grove as Kate this chamber in her princely gate? Oh, be thou Diane, and let her be Kate, and let Kate be chaste and Diane sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
'Tis extemple from my mother wit.
A witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Marry, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in thy bed, and therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your father hath consented for you to be my wife.
What?
Your dowry agreed on. Will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your term, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well. You must marry no other man but me. I am he have come to tame you, and turn you from a wild Kate to a Kate as conformable as other household Kates. Now here comes your father. Never make denial. I must and will have Katherine for my wife.
Senor Petruchio, how speed thee with my daughter?
How but well, sir? How but well? Oh, it were impossible I should speed amiss.
How now, daughter Katherina? In your dumps?
Call you me daughter? Nay, I promise you, you have shown a tender fatherly regard to wish me wed to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian and a swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter up. Oh!
Father, 'tis thus. You and all the world that have spoken of her have talked amiss of her. For if she be cursed, it is for policy. For she is not for reward, but as modest as the dove. She is not hot, but as temperate as the morn. For patience she will prove a second Griselle, a Roman Lucrece for her chastity. And to conclude, we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Petruchio, she says she'll see you hang first.
Is this your speeding? Nay, then, good night out, part.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself. If she and I be pleased, what's that to you? 'Tis incredible to see how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate. She threw her arms upon me, placing kiss upon kiss. Arms around my neck, protesting oath upon oath, that in a twink she won my love. You are novices. 'Tis a world to see how tame the meacock wretch can be. Give me thy hand, Kate. We will to Venice, to buy apparel gainst the wedding day. Father, book the guests, provide the feast. I am sure my Katherine will be fine.
I know not what to say. Give me your hand. God bless you, blows. Petruchio, it is a match.
We shall be witnesses.
Father, and wife, and gentlemen, we will to Venice. Sunday comes apace. We will have rings and things in fine array, but kiss me, Kate.
Oh!
We will be married on Sunday.
Ever a match clapped up so suddenly?
Now I play a merchant's part, and I venture madly on this desperate mart.
It was a commodity lay fretting by you. 'Twill bring you gain, or perish on the seas.
The gain I seek is quiet in the match.
And no doubt he hath a quiet match. Baptista, to your younger daughter. Now is the day we have long looked for. I am your neighbour and was suitor first.
And I am one that love Bianca more than words can witness, or your thoughts can guess.
Youngling, thou canst not love so dear as I.
Oh, greybeard, thy love doth freeze.
And thine doth fry. Skipper, stand back. 'Tis age that nourisheth.
But youth in ladies' eyes that flourisheth.
Gentlemen, I shall resolve this argument. It is a deed that will win a prize. Now he who can assure my daughter of the greatest dower shall have my Bianca's love. Now you, Sir Gremio, what can you assure her of?
Well, first, as you know, my house in the city is richly furnished with gold and plate. Ewers, basins to lave her dainty hands. My hangings, all of Tyrian tapestry. In ivory coffers I have stuffed my crowns. In cypress chests my arras counterpoint. Costly apparel, tents and canopies. Fine linen. Turkey cushions pinned with pearl. Balance of Venice. Gold in needlework. Brass and pewter and all things that belong to house and housekeeping. Then at my farm I have 100 milch kines in the pail. 60 fat oxen standing in my stalls, and all things answerable to this portion. Myself am struck in years, I must confess, and should I die tomorrow, all this would be hers, if, whilst I live, she be but only mine.
That only came well in. Sir, list me. I am my father's heir and only son, and if I may have your daughter to my wife, she will have houses 3 or 4 as good within rich Pisa walls as any old Signor Gremio has in Padua. Besides 2,000 ducats by the year of fruitful land, all of which shall be her jointure. What? Have I pinched you, Signor Gremio?
2,000 ducats by the year of land. I have not so much that she shall have. Saving for an argosy, now lying in Marseille Road. What? Have I choked you with my argosy?
Gremio. 'Tis well known that my father had no less than 3 great argosies, besides 2 galleasses and 12 tight galleys. All these I will assure her. And twice as much whate'er thou offerest next.
Nay, I have no more that she shall have. And she can have no more than all I have. Signor Baptista, if you like me, she shall have me and mine.
Yes.
Oh, why then, the maid is mine from all the world by your firm promise.
Yes,
Gremio is outvied.
Well, yours is indeed the best offer, if your father will give these assurances. But pardon me, what if you were to die before him? Where then is her dower?
Oh, that's but a cavil. He is old, I young.
But may not young men die also?
No, gentlemen, I am thus resolved. On Sunday next, my daughter Katherina shall be married, and on the Sunday following shall you be husband to my other daughter. And, well, that's it, gentlemen, really. I shall leave now, and, thank you.
Adieu, good
Thank
neighbour.
you both.
Now I fear thee not. Sirrah, young gamester, your father were a fool to give thee all, and in his waning age to set under thy table, tut, a toy. An old Italian fox is not so kind, my boy.
A vengeance on your crafty withered eye. Yet I have faced it with a card of 10. Oh, 'tis in my head to do my master good. I see no reason. But suppose Lucentio must get a father called supposed Vincentio. And that's a wonder, because fathers do commonly get their children. But in this case of wooing, a child shall get a sire if I fail not of my cunning.
Too forward, sir. Have you so soon forgot the entertainment her sister Katherina welcomed you with all?
But, wrangling pedant, this is the patroness of heavenly harmony. Now, if you give me leave to have prerogative, and when in an hour we have spent in music, your lecture will have us leave for as much.
Preposterous ass! That never read so far to know the cause why music was ordained. Was it not to soothe the mind of man after his studies or his usual pains? Then give me leave to read philosophy, and while I pause, serve in your harmony.
Wrangling pedant, I will not bear these braves of thine.
Why, gentlemen, you do me double wrong. To strive for that which resteth in my choice. I am no preaching scholar in the schools. I'll not be tied to hours nor appointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. And, to cut off all strife, here, sit me down. Take you your instrument, lay in files. His lecture will be done ere you have tuned.
You'll leave his lecture when I'm in tune?
That will be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam. Hic ebat simois, hic es segeatellus, hic statuat priami regia celsa seni.
Construe them.
Hic ebat. As I told you before, simois, I am Lucentio, hic est son unto Vincentio of Pisa. Zegea tellus, disguised thus to get to your love. Hic steterat, and that Lucentio that comes a-wooing, Priami is my man Tranio. Regia, bearing my port, Celsa Seni, that we might beguile the old pantaloon.
Madam, it is now in June.
Let's hear. Oh, fie, the treble jars.
Spit in the hole, man, and tune again.
Now let me see if I can construe it. Hic ibat summarize. I know you not. Hic est Regia tellus. I trust you not. Hic steterat Priami. Take heed, he heareth not. Regia, pursue not. Celsa Seni, despair not.
Madam, it is now in June.
Oh, but the base.
The base is right. It's the base knaves that jars. How fiery and froward our pedant is. Now for my love he doth court my love. Pedescule, I'll watch him better yet.
In time I may believe, yet I mistrust.
Mistrust it not. For sure, Acides was Ajax, called so from his grandfather.
I must believe my master, else I promise you, I should be arguing still upon that doubt. But let it rest. Now, Luccio, to you. Good master, take it not unkindly, pray, that I have been thus pleasant with you both.
You may go leave, walk a while. My music makes no music in 3 parts.
What, are you so formal? Well, I must wait, and watch withal. But I be deceived, a fine musician groweth amorous.
Madam, before you touch the instrument to learn the order of my fingering, I must begin with the rudiments of art, to teach you gammont, in a briefer sort, in a more effectual, pithy, and a pleasant way than any of my trade may have taught you before. And here it is, in writing, fairly drawn.
Why, I am past my gamut long ago.
Yet read the gammont of Hortensio.
Gamut, I am the ground of all accord. A, Ray, to plead Hortensio's passion. B, me, Bianca, taken for thy lord. C, faut, that loves with all affection. D, sol re, 1 clef, 2 notes have I. E, la mi, show pity or I die. Call you this gamut? I like it not. Old fashions please me best. I am not so nice to change true rules for odd inventions.
Mistress, your father prays you leave your books and help dress your sister's chamber up. For tomorrow is the wedding day.
Farewell, sweet masters both. I must be gone.
Faith, mistress, then I have no cause to stay.
But I have cause to pry into this pedant. Now for my love he doth court my love. Yet, if I think Bianca be so humble as to cast a wandering eye over every stale, seize thee that list, and if once I find thee ranging, Hortensio will quit with thee by changing.
Senor Lucentio, this is the appointed day when Katherina is to marry Petruchio, and yet we see nothing of our son-in-law. What shame is this? What mockery for the priest to arrive to speak the solemn vows of marriage, and we have no groom? What say thou, Lucentio, to this shame of ours?
No shame but mine! I must forsooth be forced to give my hand, opposed against my heart, unto a mad-brained rudesby, full of spleen, who wooed in haste and needs to wed at leisure. I told you he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jests in blunt behaviour, and to be noted for a merry man. He'll woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, make feast, invite friends, proclaim the banns, yet never means to
Catherine, and Baptista too. Petruchio means but well. Whatever fortune stays him from his word. But though he be blunt, I know him passing wise. Though he be merry, yet withal he's honest.
Would that Catherine had never seen him, though!
No.
Oh, no, let her go. I mean, this injury would vex a saint, let alone as true of her disposition.
Master, master, news. And such old news as you've never heard of.
Old and new, how may that be?
Why, is it not news to hear Petruchio's coming?
Petruchio has come!
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is coming.
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am and sees you.
But say, what to thine old news?
Petruchio comes in a new hat. And an old jerkin. A pair of breeches thrice turned, a pair of boots that have been candle cases. One buckled, another laced. An old rusty sword taken from the town armoury, with a broken hilt, and chapless, and with 2 broken points. His horse hipped, and with an old mothy saddle and stirrups for no kindred. Besides, possessed with the glanders, alike to Mose in a chime, trouble with the lampers, infected with fashions, full of windgalls, sped with spavins, raid with the yellows, past cure of the fives, stark spoiled with the staggers, benorn with the box, swayed in the back, shoulder, near-legged before, and with a half-cheek bit and a headstall of sheep's leather, which, being restrained to keep him from stumbling, hath often burst and been new replaced with knots, one girth 6 times pierced, and a woman's crupper of velour, which hath 2 letters for a name fairly set down in studs, and here and there piece with patch thread.
And who comes with him?
Oh, sir, his lackey, for all the world comparison like the horse, with a linen stock on one leg and a kersey boot hose on the other, gartered with a red and blue list, an old hat, and the humour of 40 fantasy pricking it for a feather. A monster, a very monster in apparel, and not like a Christian footboy or a gentleman's lackey.
'Tis some odd humour that pricks him to this fancy, yet oftentimes he goes but mean apparelled.
I care not how he comes, as long as he comes.
Why he comes not?
You said he comes.
Who, the Petruchio came?
I, Petruchio, came.
No, sir, I says his horse comes with him upon its back.
That is all he won.
Nay, by St. Jammy, I hold you a penny. A horse and a man is more than one, and yet not many.
Ah! Come! Where be these gallants? Who's at home?
Sir, you are welcome.
And yet I come not well.
And yet you did not halt.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
Well, were it not better I should rush in thus, but where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? How does my father? Gentles, methinks you frown, and gaze upon this goodly company, as if some comet or prodigy.
Sir, this is your wedding day. At first, we were sad that you did not come. Now we're sadder that you arrived so ill provided. Fie, sir, doff this habit. I mean, a shame on your estate, an eyesore to our solemn festival.
And tell us what occasion of import hath also long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither so unlike yourself.
Oh, tedious it were to tell, and harsh to hear. Suffice it, I have come to keep my word, but at some parts enforced to digress, which at more leisure I will so excuse. Where is Kate? I stayed too long from her. The morning wears, 'tis time we return.
Oh, see not your bride in these unreverend robes. Go to my chamber, put on better, ere you go to church.
Not I, believe me. Thus I'll visit her.
Yes, but thus you will not marry her.
Oh, good, sooth even thus. Therefore hath done with words. Can I? To me she's married, not my clothes. Can I repair what she will wear in me as I can change these poor accoutrements? 'Twere better for Kate and for ourselves. But what fool am I to stand chatting with you? I will bid good morrow to my lovely bride, and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
He hath some meaning in his mad attire. We will persuade him, be it possible, to put on better ere he go to church.
I go to see the event of this.
But master, to love concerneth us to had her father's liking, which to bring to pass, as are before imparted to your worship, I am to get a man, and whate'er he be, it skills not much, will fit him to our turn, and he shall be Vincentio, and make assurance to Baptista of greater sums than I have promised, and thus shall you quietly enjoy your hope, and marry sweet Bianca with consent.
Were it not that my fellow schoolmaster does watch Bianca's steps so narrowly, 'twere good, methinks, to steal our marriage, which, once performed, let all the world say nay, I'll keep mine own in spite of all the world.
That by degrees we mean to look into, and watch our vantage in this business. We'll overreach the grey-beard gremio, the narrow-prying father Minola, the quaint musician amorous Liccio, and all for my master's sake, Lucentio. Signor Gremio, come you from the church?
As willingly as ever I came from school.
And is the bride and bridegroom coming home?
Bridegroom? A groom, you say? Ha! 'Tis a groom. A grumbling groom, and that the girl shall find.
Why, curser than she? 'Tis impossible.
A devil. A devil, a very fiend.
Why, she's a devil. A devil, the devil's dam.
She's a lamb. A dove. A fool to him. I'll tell you, Sir Lucentio. When the priest did ask if Katherina would be his wife, "Aye, by Gog's wounds," quoth he, and swore so loud that the mad sexton let fall the book, and as he bent to pick it up again, he gave him such a cuff that down went priest and book, book and priest. "Now pick it up again," quoth he, "if any list."
What said the wench when he rose up again?
Trembled and shook. Why, he stamped and swore so loud that, as if he meant to cozen the vicar. After many ceremonies done, he calls for wine. "A health," quoth he, as if he had been aboard carousing with his mates after a storm. He quaffed off the muscadet, and threw the sops all in the sexton's face, for having no other reason other than his beard grew thin and hungerly and seemed to ask for sops after drinking. Well, this done, he took the bride about the neck, gave her such a kiss on the lips that at the parting the whole church did echo. Well, I seeing this came hence for shame, and I fear the rout is following me. Never was there such a madcap wedding before. I hear the minstrels.
Gentlemen, man friends, I thank you for your pains. I know you think to dine with me today and have prepared great store for wedding cheer. But so it is. My haste doth call me hence, and I mean to take my leave.
But you will not go tonight.
I must away today before night come. Make no wonder. If you knew my business, you'd entreat me go rather than stay. An honest company. I thank you all who have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Dine with my father, drink a health to me, and therefore I mean to farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content. You entreat me stay. But yet not stay. Entreat me how you can.
Nay then. Now if you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horse.
Hey, sir, they be ready. The oaks have eaten the horses.
Nay then, do what thou canst. I will not go today. No, nor tomorrow. Not till I please myself. The door is open, sir. There lies your way. You may be jogging whilst your boots are green. For me, I'll not go till I please myself. 'Tis like you'll prove a jolly surly groom that take it upon you at the first so roundly.
Oh, Kate, content thee. Prithee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Father, be quiet. He will stay at my leisure.
Now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool had she not the spirit to resist.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride, you that attend on her. Go to the feast, revel and domineer. and carouse full measure to her maidenhead. Be mad, be merry, or go hang yourself.
But for my bonny cake she must with me. Nay, look, not big, nor stamp, nor stare, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. She is my goods, my chattels, my household goods. She is my field, my barn, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything. Touch her ever dare. I bring my action on the proudest he who stops my way in Padua. Grumio, draw forth thy weapon. We are beset with thieves. Rescue thy mistress if I be a man. Fear not, sweet wench. They will not touch thee, Kate. I buckler thee against a million.
Oh, let them go. A couple of quiet ones.
Had they not gone so quick, I should die with laughing.
Of all mad matches, never was the like.
Mistress, what's your opinion of your sister?
That being mad herself, she's madly mated.
I warrant him. Petruchio is cated.
Friends and neighbours, though we want for a bride and bridegroom at the bridal table, junkets there are aplenty. So, lucentio, you shall take the bridegroom's place, and Bianca, you shall take your sister's room.
And shall sweet Bianca practice how to bride it?
She shall, lucentio. Come along now, let us all go. Gentle audience, now you see the actors have gone for buns and tea. I pray you all to do it too. But back in 15 minutes to tame a shrew.
Fie. And all tired jades, and all mad masters, and all foul ways. Was ever a man so beaten? Was ever a man so raised? Was ever a man so weary? I am sent forth to make a fire, and they are coming after to warm them. Now were I not a little pot and soon hot, my very lips may freeze to my teeth, my tongue to the roof of my mouth, my heart in my belly. Ere I should come by a fire to warm me, but I, with blowing the fire, shall warm myself, for considering the weather, a taller man than I will take cold. Hello, ho, Curtis!
Who is it that calls so coldly?
A piece of ice. If thou should doubt it, thou should slide from my shoulder to my heel with no greater run than my head to my neck. A fire, good Curtis.
Is my master and his wife coming, Grumio?
Aye, Curtis, aye, therefore fire, cast on no water.
Is she so hot a shrew as she's reported?
She was, Curtis, before this frost. But thou knows winter tames man, woman, and beast. For to tame my old master, my new mistress, and myself, fellow Curtis.
Away, you 3-inch fool! I am no beast.
Am I but 3 inches? Thy horn is a foot, and as long as I am the least. But wilt thou make a fire, or shall I complain on thee to thy mistress, whose hand, her now being at hand, shall soon feel on thy comfort for being slow in thy hot office?
I prithee, good Grumio, tell me how goes the world?
A cold world, Curtis, in every office but thine. Therefore, fire, do thy duty and have thy duty, for my master and mistress have almost frozen to death.
There's fire ready, and therefore the news.
Why, Jack boy, oh boy, and as much news as wilt thou.
Come, you are so full of coney catching.
Therefore, fire, for I have caught extreme cold. Where's the cook? Is supper ready? The house trimmed? The rushes strewed? The cobwebs swept? Their serving men in their new fustian and white stockings, every officer their wedding garment on. May the jacks fair within and the jills fair without, the carpets laid and everything in order.
All ready, and therefore I pray thee, news.
First know my horses are tired, and my master and mistress have fallen out.
How?
Out of their saddles into the dirt. Thereby hangs the tale.
Oh, let's hear, good Grumio.
Lend thine ear.
Here.
There!
This 'tis for feel a tale, not to hear a tale.
This is called a a sensible tale, and this cuff was to knock at your ear to beseech listening. Now, I begin in premise. We came down this foul hill, my master behind my mistress.
Both of one horse?
What's that to thee?
Why, a horse?
Tell thou the tale, thou should have heard how the horse fell and she under the horse. Thou should have heard in a miry place how she was bemoiled, how he left her with a horse upon her, how he beat me because the horse stumbled, how she waded through the dirt to pluck him off me, how he swore, how she prayed like never prayed before, how I cried, how the horses ran away, her bridle burst, and I lost my crupper, with many things of worthy memory that should die in oblivion and return an experience to thy grave.
By this reckoning, he is more shrewd than she.
Aye, that thou and the proudest of you all shall soon find when he comes home. But what talk of this? Call forth Nathaniel, Philip, Nicholas, Walter, Sugarsop, and the rest. May their heads be slickly combed, their blue coats brushed, and their garters of indifferent knit. May they curtsy with their left leg, and not presume to touch a hair on my master's horsetail till they kiss their hands. Are they all ready?
They are.
Well, call them forth!
Do you hear? Ho! You must meet my master to countenance my mistress.
Why, she have a face of her own?
Who knows not that?
But thou calls the company to countenance her?
I call them forth to credit her.
But she begins to borrow nothing of them.
How now, Grumio?
Welcome home, Grumio.
Welcome you. How now you? How you? But this for all this greeting. Now, my spruce companions, are all things ready and all things neat?
All things is ready. How near is our master?
Even at hand, enlightened by this. Cock passion silence, I hear my master.
Come, where be these knaves? Who's at home? What, no man at door to hold my stirrup or take my horse? Where is Nathaniel, Gregory, Philip?
Here, sir.
Here, sir.
Here, sir. Here, sir, you logger-headed and unpolished grooms. What, no duty, no attendance, no regard? Where is the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
You peasant slave, you horse on malt horse drudge. Did I not bid thee meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee?
Nathaniel's coat, sir, was not fully made, and Gabrielle's pumps were unpinked to the heel. There was no link to colour Peter's hat, and Walter's dagger had not come from sheathing. There was none more fine than Adam, Rafe, and Gregory. The rest were old, ragged, and beggarly. Yet, as they are, here they come to meet you.
Go, rascals, and fetch my supper in! Now, sit and welcome. Food, 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 food! Why, when I say... Kate, be merry. Off with my boots, you rogues, you villains! It was the friar of orders grey, as he put on his way. Out, you rogue! You plucked my foot awry. Take that amend the plucking of the other. Nay, Kate, welcome. Shall I have some water? What ho? Where's my spaniel Troilus? Sir, I'll get you hence, and bid my cousin Ferdinand come hither. One you should kiss and be acquainted with Kate. Shall I have some water? Where's my slippers? Come, let's wash and welcome heartily. You horse and villain, did you let it fall?
Patience, I pray you! 'Twas a fault unwilling!
A horse and beetle-headed, flap-eared knave. Come, Kate, sit. I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, sweet Kate, or shall I? What's this? Mutton?
I?
Who bought it?
I?
'Tis burnt and dried, and so is all the meat. What dogs are these? Where is the rascal cook? How durst you, villains, to bring it from the dresser and serve it up to thee that lovest it not? Well, take it, Trent. Cups and all. You unmannered slaves. What do you grumble? I'll be with you straight.
Patience, husband! Be not so disquiet! The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I am expressly forbid to touch it, for it engenders choler planteth anger, and better for ourselves as ourselves are choleric, that we do fast and feed on such over-roasted flesh. Be patient. Tomorrow shall be mended. Before tonight we will fast for company. Here, let me take you to thy bridal chamber.
didst ever see the light?
He kills her in her own humour.
Where is he?
In her chamber, making a sermon of continency to her, and rails and swears and rates that she, poor soul, knows not which way to stand, to look, to speak, and sits as one new risen from a dream. Away, away, for he is coming hither!
And thus I have politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. My falcon now is passing empty, and must not be full gorged until she stoop, for then she never looks upon her lure. Another way I have to man my haggard, for her to come and know her keeper's call, is to watch her, as we watch the kites that bite and bait and will not be obedient. She eat no meat today, and none she shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find with the making of the bed, and here I'll fling the pillow, there the bolster, this way the coverlet, and another way the sheets. And amid this hurly I intend that all is done in reverent care of her. And in conclusion, she will wake all night, and if she chance to nod, I will rail and brawl, and with a clamour keep her still awake. For this is a way to kill a wife with kindness. And thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humour. Well, he that knows better how to tame a shrew, let him speak. 'Tis charity to show.
Should say that too loud, John. Oh, Ella, come on, Ella. Hey!
Is possible, friend Liccio, that Mistress Bianca doth fancy any other than Lucentio? I tell you, sir, she bears me fair in hand.
Sir, to satisfy what I was saying, stand by a while, watch the manner of his teachings.
Mistress?
Profit you in what you read?
What? Master, read you? First resolve me that.
I read that I profess the art to love.
And may you prove, sir, master of your art.
While you, sweet dear, prove mistress of my heart.
Quick procedures, married. Now tell me that your Mistress Bianca loved none in the world more than Lucentio.
Oh, the spiteful love, unconstant womankind. I tell thee, Liccio, this is beyond wonder.
Mistake me no more, for I am not Liccio, or the musician that I seem to be. But to want to live in scorn that this is disguised as such a one that leaves a gentleman, that makes a god of such a cullion. No, sir, my name is Hortensio.
Signor Hortensio, I have often heard of your entire affection for Bianca. And since mine eyes are witness of her likeness, I will, with you, if you be so contented, forswear Bianca and her love forever.
See how they kiss and court. Signor Lucentio, here is my hand, and here I do firmly vow never to woo her more, as one unworthy of all former favours that I have fondly flattered her withal.
And here I take the like unfeigned oath never to marry with her, though she would entreat. Fie on her! See how beastly she doth court him.
Through all the world, but he hath forsworn for me that I may keep mine oath. Lucentio, I will be married to a wealthy widow here 3 days past, who has loved me for as long as I have loved this proud, disdainful haggard. And so, Lucentio, I say farewell. Kindness in women and not beauties in their looks will win my love, and so I take my leave in resolution as I swore before.
Mistress Bianca, bless you with such grace as longeth to a lover's blessed case. Nay, I have taken you napping, gentle love, and have forsworn you with Hortensio.
Tranio, you jest. What have you both forsworn
Mistress, we have.
Then we are rid of Liccio.
Ah, faith, he'll have a lusty widow now, that shall be wooed and wedded in a day.
God give him joy.
Aye, and your tamer.
He says so, Tranio.
Oh, faith, he's gone into the taming school.
Taming school? What, is there such a place?
Aye, mistress. And Petruchio is the master that teacheth tricks 11 and 20 long to tame a shrew and charm her chattering tongue.
Oh, master, master, I've watched so long I'm dog weary. But at last I spied an ancient angel coming down the hill. Will serve the turn.
Oh, what is he, Biondello?
Master, a marchant or a pedant, I know not what, but former in apparel, in gait and countenance, surely like a father.
What of him, Tranio? Oh, if he be credulous and trust my tale, I'll make him glad to see Vincentio and make assurance unto Baptista as if he were the right Vincentio. Now, taking your love, let me alone.
Ah, God save you, sir.
And you, sir? You're welcome. Travel you farther on, or are you at the farthest?
The farthest for a week or so, and so to Rome, and so to Tripoli, if God lend me life.
What countryman, I pray?
Mantua.
Oh, Mantua? Sir, marry, God forbid, and come to Padua careless of your life?
My life? Why, how, I pray, for that goes hard.
What? 'Tis death for anyone in Mantua to come to Padua. Know you not the cause? Your ships are stayed at Venice, and the Duke, for some private quarrel twixt your Duke and him, hath published and proclaimed it openly. 'Tis marvel. Then but that you are newly come, you might else have heard it proclaimed about.
'Tis worse for me than so. I have bills for money by exchange from Florence. Here I must deliver them.
Oh, well, sir, to do you courtesy, this will I do, and this I will advise. First, tell me, have you ever been at Pisa?
Pisa I have often been. Pisa renowned for grave citizens.
Among them, know you one Vincentio?
I know him not, but I know of him. A merchant of incomparable wealth.
He is my father, sir.
Oh.
And, in sooth to say, in countenance somewhat does resemble you.
As much an apple doth an oyster, and all but one.
Now, sir, to save your life in this extremity, this favour will I do you for his sake. Think it not the worst of all your fortunes, but you are like to Sir Vincentio. Now, his name and credit shall you undertake, and be in my house friendly lodged. Now, look that you take upon you as you should. You understand me, sir? So you shall remain until you have done your business in the city. If this be courtesy, accept of it.
I will, sir, and I will repute you ever patron of my life and liberty.
Then go with me to make the matter good. This I will let you understand. My father is here looked for every day to pass assurance of our dower in marriage twixt me and one Baptista's daughter here. In all these circumstances, I'll instruct you. Go with me to clothe you as become you.
No, forsooth, I dare not for my life.
The more my wrong, the more his spite appears. What, did he marry me to famish me? Beggars that come unto my father's door entreat ye have a present alms. If not elsewhere they meet with charity. I never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat. Starved of meat, giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking and with brawling fed. That which spites me more than all these wants, he does it under the name of perfect love. As who should say if I should sleep or eat, 'twere deadly sickness or else present death. Oh, I prithee, go fetch me some repast. I care not what, so it be wholesome food.
What say ye to a neat's foot?
'Tis passing good. I prithee, let me have it.
I cannot tell. I fear the meat is too choleric. What say ye to a fat tripe finely broiled?
Oh, I like it well, good grumio. Go fetch it me.
No, it is too choleric. What say ye to a piece of beef and mustard?
Oh, a dish that I do love to feed upon.
I fear the mustard is too hot a little.
Why then the beef, and let the mustard rest.
Nay, you shall have the mustard or you'll get no beef of grumio.
Why then both, or one, or whatever thou wilt.
Why then, the mustard without the beef?
Oh, go get thee gone, thou false deluding slave, that feedest me with the very name of meat.
Mistress, what cheer?
Faith, as cold as can be.
Pluck up thy spirits. Here, love, look cheerfully upon me. See how diligent I have been to dress thy meat thyself and serve it up to thee. I am sure this kindness merits thanks. What, none? Nay then, take away this dish.
I pray thee, let it stand.
The poorest service is repaid with thanks, and so shall mine, before you touch the meat.
Oh, I thank you, sir.
Petruchio, Fife, you are at fault. Come, Mistress Kate, I'll bear you company.
Eat it up all, Hortensio, if thou lovest me. Much good do it unto thy gentle heart. Now, Kate, eat apace. And now, my honey love, we will return unto your father's house, to revel it as bravely as the best, with silken coats and caps and golden rings, with ruffs and cuffs and farthingales and things, with scarfs and fans and double change of bravery, with amber bracelets, beads, and all this knavery. What, hast thou dined?
No!
The tailor stays at leisure to deck our bodies with his ruffling treasure. Here, tailor, bring forth the gown. Let us see thy ornaments. What's news with you, sir?
Here is the cap your worship did bespeak.
Why, this is moulded on a porringer. A velvet dish. Fie, 'tis lewd and filthy. 'Tis a cocker or a walnut shell. A knacker a trick a baby's cap. Here, away with it. Let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This doth fit the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too, but not before.
That will not be in haste.
Why, I trust I may have leave to speak, and speak I will. I am no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me say my mind, and if you cannot, best you stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break. And rather than it shall, I will be free, even to the uttermost, as I please in words.
Why, thou say'st true. 'Tis a paltry cap, a custard cup in a silken pie, a bauble. I loves thee well in it, but thou likest it not.
Love me, or love me not. I like the cap, and it I shall have, or I shall have none.
Why? Thy gown?
No!
Here, tailor, let us see it. Oh, mercy God. What masquing stuff is this? What's this, a sleeve? 'Tis like a demi-cannon. What, up and down, carved like an apple tart, snip and nip and slish and slash, like a censer in a barber shop. What in a devil's name? Tailor, caught thou this?
I'll see she'll neither have cap nor gown.
You bid me make it orderly and well, according to the fashion of the time.
Marry and did. But if you be so remembered, I did not bid you mar it to the time. Now go, hop over every kennel home, for you shall hop without my custom, sir. I'll have none of it. Therefore make you best of it.
I never saw a better fashioned gown. More quaint, more pleasing, nor more commendable. Belike, you mean to make a puppet of me.
'Tis true. He means to make a puppet of thee.
She says her worship means to make a puppet of her.
Oh, monstrous arrogance! Thou liest, thou thread, thou thimble, thou yard three-quarter, half-yard quarter nail, thou flea, thou knit, thou winter cricket, thou, braved in mine own house with a skein of thread. Away, thou rag, thou quantity, thou remnant, or I shall sober meet thee with thy yard, and thou shalt think of prating whilst I live. I tell thee, thou hast marred thy gown.
Oh, your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had instruction. Grumio gave the order on how it should be done.
I gave him no order, I gave him the stuff.
But did you not desire to have it cut?
Marry, sir, with needle and thread.
But how did you wish it be made?
Thou hast faced many things.
I have.
Face not me. Thou hast braved many men, brave not thee. I'll neither be faced nor brave. I bid unto thee, I tell my master to cut out the gown. I did not tell him to cut it into pieces. A gown, thou liest!
I have here the note of fashion to testify.
Read it.
The note's in his frontispiece, I said so.
Imprimis, a loose-bodied gown.
Master, if I ever said loose-bodied gown, sew me into the skirts of it and beat me to death with a bottom of brown thread. I said gown.
With a small compass cape?
I confess to Kate.
And a trunk sleeve?
I confess 2 sleeves.
The sleeves curiously cut? Aye, there's the villainy.
Error the bill, sir, error the bill. I commanded the sleeves be cut out and sewed up again. And I'll prove unto thee thy little finger will be armed in a thimble.
This is true that I say, and add thee place where thou shouldst know it.
Am I thee straight? Take thou, Bill, fetch me a metre yard, and spare not me.
God mercy, Gremio, then he shall have no odds.
Why, sir, in brief, the gown is not for me.
'Tis right, for my mistress.
Take it up for thy master's use.
Villain, not for thy life. Take up my mistress's gown for my master's use?
Why, sir, what is your conceit in that?
Well, the conceit is deeper than you think for. Take up my mistress's gown for my master's use. Oh, fie, oh, fie.
Hortensio, see that we'll see the tailor paid. Go take it hence, be gone, and say no more.
Tailor, I'll pay thee for thy gown tomorrow. Take no unkindness in these hasty words. Away, I say, commend thee to my master.
Now come, my Kate. We will unto your father's house, even in these honest means habiliments. Our purses may be proud, our garments poor, for 'tis the mind that makes the body rich. And as the sun breaks through the darkest clouds, so honour appeareth in the meanest habit. What? Is the jay more precious than the lark, because his feathers are more beautiful? Or is the adder better than the eel, because his painted skin contents the eye? No, good Kate, neither art thou the worse. And therefore, if this poor furniture and mean array does account for shame, then lay it on me. And therefore, frolic. Let us to thy father's house and sport us at thy feast. Go fetch my men, let us straight to him. Tell them to bring my horses and meet us at Long Lane End. There we will mount, and thither walk on foot. Let us see, it is now some 7 o'clock, and will we be there by dinner time?
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis almost 2, and 'twill be supper time ere you come there.
It shall be 7 ever I go to horse. Look what I speak, or do, or think to speak. I will not go today.
Oh.
And ere I do, it shall be what o'clock I say it is.
Why, this gallant will command the sun.
Sir, this is the house. Please it you that I call?
Aye, what else? But be I not deceived, Signor Baptista may well remember me. Some 20 years ago in Genoa, we were lodgers of the Pegasus.
Oh, 'tis well. And hold your own in any case with such austerity as longeth to a father.
I'll warrant you. Ah, look, there's your boy. Here he comes. Yes, 'twere best he was schooled.
Oh, fear you not him. Sir Biondello, now, do your duty truly, I advise you. Imagine 'twere the right Vincentio.
Tubb, fear not me.
Hast thou done thy errand to Baptista?
I told him that your father was at Venice, and you looked for him this day in Padua.
Oh, thou'rt a tall fellow. Here, hold thee that to drink. Here comes Baptista. Set your countenance, sir. Signor Baptista! You're happily met. Sir, this is the gentleman I told you of. I pray, stand good father to me now, and give me Bianca for my patrimony.
Soft, sir. Sir, by your leave, I come to Padua to gather in some debts. And your son, my son, Lucentio, hath made me aware of a weighty cause of love between himself and your daughter. And for the good report I do hear of you, and for the love he beareth to her, and her to him, 'twere good to stay him not too long. And I am content, in good father's care, to have him matched. And if you like no worse than I, upon some agreement you will find me ready and willing to have her so bestowed. For curious, I cannot be with you, Signor Baptista, of whom I hear so well. Pardon me, sir, in what I have to say. Your shortness and your stoutness, it pleases me well. Now, your son here, Lucentio, loves my daughter, and she loveth him, or both dissemble their deeply held affections. So, sir, if you were to say no more than this, that as a father you will deal with him, then a match is made, all is done, and your son shall have my daughter with consent.
I thank you, sir. Where then may we be bestified? And such assurance taken, as shall with either part's agreement stand.
Well, not in this house, because vessels have ears, and I have many servants besides. Old Grumio hearkens about, and happily we shall be interrupted.
Then at my lodging, and if like you, there does my father lie, and there this night we'll pass the business privately and well. Send for your daughter by your servant here. My boy shall fetch the scrivener presently. The worst of it is this, that at so slender notice you'll like to have a worth thin and slender pittance.
Well, it likes me well. Go to my home and see my daughter Bianca and tell her to make ready straight. Tell her, if you will, what has happened here. Lucentio's father has arrived here in Padua, and she is like to be Lucentio's wife.
I pray the gods she may, with all my heart.
Dally not with the gods, and get thee gone. Signor Baptista, shall I lead the way? Welcome. One mess is like to be your cheer. Come, sir, we will better it in Pisa.
I shall follow you.
Cambio!
What sayest thou, Biondello?
You saw my master laugh and wink upon you?
Biondello, what of that?
Faith nothing, but has left me behind to expound the meaning or morals of his signs and tokens.
I pray thee moralise them.
Then thus, Baptista is safe, talking with the deceiving father of a deceitful son.
And what of him?
His daughter is to be brought by you to the supper.
And then?
The old priest of St. Luke's at your command at all hours.
And what of all this?
I cannot say, except they are busied about a counterfeit assurance. Take you assurance in this, cum privilegio ad imperatum solem, to the church. Take priest, clerk, and sufficient honest witness. If this be not what you look for, then I have no more to say, but bid Bianca farewell for ever and a day.
Hearest thou, Biondello?
I cannot tarry. I knew a wench married in an afternoon, as she went to the garden to pick parsley to stuff a rabbit. And so may you, sir. And so, adieu, sir. My master hath bid me to go to the priest, to bid him be ready. To come against you, come with your appendix.
I may, and will.
If she be so contented, she will be pleased, then wherefore should I doubt?
Hap what hap may, I'll roundly go about her. It shall go hard if Cambio go without her.
Come on, our God's name, once more towards our father's house. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun? It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know, it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now, by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star or what I list, or ever I journey to your father's house. Go fetch my horses back again. Nothing but crossed and crossed, evermore crossed and crossed.
Say as he says, or we shall never go.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far. And be it moon or sun or what you please, and if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the moon that shines so bright.
Nay then, you lie, it is the blessed sun.
Why then, God be blessed, it is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not, and the moon changes even as your mind. What you will have it be named, even that it is. And so it shall be so for Catherine.
Petruchio, go thy ways, the field is won.
Well, forward, forward, thus the bowl should run, and not unluckily against the bias. But soft company is coming here. Good day, gentle mistress, where away? Tell me, and tell me truly too, hast thou beheld a more fresher, gentle woman? Such war of white and red between her cheeks, where heaven did meet stars with that beauty, those two eyes meet heaven in that lovely face once more. Let me embrace your beauty, sweet mistress, Kate. Embrace her for her beauty's sake.
I will make a man mad to make a woman of him.
Young, budding virgin, fresh and fair and sweet. Whither away, or where is thou abode? Oh, happy the parents of so fair a child. Happier the man whom favourable stars allots thee as his lovely bedfellow.
Why, how now, Kate? I hope thou art not mad. This is a man, all wrinkled, faded, and withered, and not a maiden, as thou say'st he is.
Oh, pardon, old father, for my mistaking eyes that have been so bedazzled by the sun that everything I look upon seemeth green. Now I perceive thou art a reverend father. Oh, pardon, I pray thee, for my mad mistaking.
Good day, old grandsire. And withal make known which way thou travellest, and if along with us, we will be grateful of your company.
Fair sir, and you, my merry mistress, this strange encounter much amazed me. My name is called Vincentio, my dwelling Pisa, for bound I am to Padua, there to visit a son of mine which long I have not seen.
What is his name?
Lucentio, gentle sir.
Happily met, the happier for thy son, and now by law as well as reverent age, the sister to my wife, this gentlewoman. Thy son hath married. Oh, make no wonder, nor not be grieved. She is of good esteem, a dowry worthy and of worthy birth. Besides, so qualified as may beseem the spouse of any noble gentleman. Let me embrace with old Vincentio, as we wander thee to see thy honest son, who at his arrival will be a full joyous.
Yes, but is this true, or is it your pleasure, like pleasant travellers, to break an oath before the company you overtake?
I do assure thee, father, it is so.
Come, go along, let's hear of see the truth, for this first merriment has made thee jealous.
Why, Petruchio, you have put me at heart. Have unto my widow, and if she prove to be froward, thou hast taught Hortensio to be untoward.
Softly and swiftly, sir, for the priest is ready.
I fly, Biondello. But they may have cause to need thee at home. Therefore leave us.
Nay, faith, I'll see the church of your back, then return to my masters as soon as I can.
I marvel Cambio doesn't come all this while.
Here's the door, sir. This is Lucentio's house. My father bears more towards the marketplace, and thither must I. And here I mean to leave you, sir.
Oh, you shall not choose but drink before you go. I think I will command your welcome here, and by all likelihood some cheer is toward. What are within?
They are busy within. You had best holler louder.
Hello within!
Who is it who yells as though he would break down the door?
Oh, Signor Lucentio within, sir.
Aye, sir, he's within, but not to be spoken to withal.
What if a man have £100 or two to make him merry withal?
He can keep his £100 to himself. He'll need none so long as I live.
I told you, sir, your son is well beloved in Padua, to leave in frivolous circumstances. I pray you tell Signor Lucentio that his father is here from Pisa at the door to speak with him.
His father is come from Mantua, and is standing here now looking at you.
Art thou his father?
Aye, so his mother says if I believe her.
Why, how now, gentlemen? This is flat knavery to take upon you another man's name.
Oh, lay hands on the villain. I believe he means to cousin somebody in this city under my countenance.
I have seen them to the church together. God send them good shipping. But who is this? Mine old master Vincentio. Now we are undone, and brought to nothing.
Come hither, Rackham.
I hope I may choose, sir.
Come hither, you rogue. What? Have you forgot me?
Forgot you, sir? Why, no, sir. How can I forget you? For I never saw you before in all my life.
Ah, you horse of devil. Don't you recognise your father, eh? Your master's father, Vincentio?
What, mine old worshipful old master? Yes, see? He stands there.
Oh. It's so indeed.
Help! Help! The madman will murder me!
Son! Oh, what are you doing?
Sir!
Off him!
What are you that offer to beat my servant?
Come on, sir. Nay, sir, what are you? Oh, thunderous gods! A fine villain in your silken hose, your copper-day hat. Oh, I am undone. I am undone. When I play the good husband at home, my son and my servant spend all at the university.
How now? What's the matter?
He's a lunatic.
Sir, you seem a sober ancient gentleman by your habit, but your words show you a madman. What sons of you if I wear pearl and gold? I have my good father to thank that I am able to maintain it.
Your father? Your father's a sailmaker in Bergamo.
No, sir, you mistake. You mistake. What do you think his name is?
His name? As if I not know his name. I brought him up ever since he was 3-year-old, and his name is Tranio.
Away, mad ass. His name is Lucentio. And he is mine only son and heir to all that is mine, Signor Vincentio.
Lucentio? Oh, he hath murdered his father. Lay hold of him. I charge you in the Duke's name. Oh, my son. My son! What have you done with Lucentio, eh, you know? What have you done with him?
Call for the officer! Officer! Take this mad knave to the jail. Father Baptista, I charge you see that he be forthcoming.
What, carry me to the jail?
Stay, officer. He shall not go to jail.
Be quiet, Senor Gremio. I say he shall go to jail.
Take heed, Baptista, lest you be coney catched in this business. I dare swear he is the right Vincentio.
Swear if thou darest.
Nay, I dare not swear it.
Then I was dare swear that I am not Lucentio.
And the man's a dotard. Take him to jail.
The strangers must be held and abused. Oh, you monstrous villain, you!
Oh, we are spoiled, and yonder he is. Deny him, forswear him, or else we are all undone.
Pardon, sweet father.
Oh, lives my sweet son.
Pardon, dear father.
Well, how hast thou offended? And where is Lucentio?
He is Lucentio, right son unto thee, right Vincentio, that have by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposes bleared thine eye.
Oh, here's packing with a witness to deceive us all.
And where's that villain Tranio, who faced and braved me in this matter so?
But is this not my good Cambio?
Cambio is changed into Lucentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love made me exchange my state with Tranio, while he did bear my countenance in town. And happily I am arrived at last into the wished haven of my bliss. What Tranio did, myself enforced him to. Then pardon him, father, for my sake.
I'll slit the nose of the villain that carried me to the jail.
But stay! Did you marry my daughter without asking for my good wishes?
Oh, fear not, Baptista. We will attend you, go do. But I will be revenged in this matter, so.
No, and I to plumb the depths of his knavery.
Look not pale, Bianca. My father will not frown.
My cake is dough, but I'll in among the rest. Out of hope in all, but my share of the feast.
Husband, let's follow to see the end of this ado.
We will, but first kiss me, Kate.
What? Here, in the midst of the street?
Are thou ashamed of me?
No, sir, God forbid. But I'm ashamed to kiss.
Why then? Let's home again. Come, Sirrah, let's away.
Nay, I will give thee a kiss. Now, pray thee, love, stay.
Is not this well? Come, my Kate, for better once than never, for never too late.
jarring notes agree. And time it is when raging war is done, to smile at scapes and perils overblown. Fair Bianca, bid my father welcome, while I with self-same kindness welcome by brother Petruchio, sister Katherina. Oh, and thou, Hortensio, with thy loving widow, feast with the best and welcome to my house. My banquet is to close our stomachs up after our great good cheer. I pray thee, sit down, for now we sit to talk as well as to eat.
Nothing but sit and eat and eat.
Padua affords these kindness, dear son Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, I would that a word were true.
Now, by my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
You are very sensible, but you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
Mistress, how mean you that? Was thus I conceived by him.
Conceived by me? How likes Hortensio that?
My widow says thus she conceives her tale.
Very well mended. Kiss him for that, good widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round. I pray you, tell me what you meant by that. Your husband, being troubled with a shrew, measures my husband's sorrow by his woe. And now you know my meaning. A very mean meaning. Right, I mean you. And I am mean indeed, respecting you.
To her, Kate!
To her, widow!
100 marks, my Kate, to put her down.
That is my office too.
Spoke like an officer. Ah, to thee, lad.
Senor Gremio, how likes you these quick-witted people?
Believe me, sir, they butt together well.
Head and butt. A hasty-witted body. Would you say your head and butt were head and horn?
Hey, Mistress Bride, hath that awakened you?
Aye, but not frightened me. Therefore, I'll sleep again.
Nay, that you shall not, as you have begun. Haven't you for a bitter jest or two?
Am I your bird? I mean to shift my bush and then pursue me as you draw your bow. You are welcome, all.
She hath prevented me. Here, Signor Tranio, this bird you aimed at, though you hit her not. Therefore a health to all that shot and missed.
Sir, Lucentio slipped me like his greyhound, that runneth for itself, but catches for his master.
A good swift simile, but something currish.
Sir, 'tis well you hunted for yourself. 'Tis thought your deer does hold you at a bay.
Good son Petruchio, he cuts you there.
Oh, thank you for that good Tranio.
Confess, hath he not hit you there?
It has a little galled me, I confess. But as the jester glanced away from me, 'tis 10 to 1 it maimed you two outright.
Now in good sadness, Petruchio.
Knowing good sadness, Petruchio, thou hast the grimmest shrew of all.
Well, I say no. And for assurance, let's each one send unto his wife, and he whose wife is most obedient to come at first when he doth send for her, shall win the wager which we propose.
Content. What is the wager? 20 crowns.
20 crowns? I'll venture so much upon my dog or hound, but 20 crowns upon my wife?
100 then. Content.
The match is done.
Who will go first? That will I. Biondello, go. Bid thy mistress come to me.
I go. Lucentio, I will take half your wager. Bianca comes.
I'll have no halves. I'll bear it all myself. How now? What news?
My mistress sends you word that she is busy and cannot come.
She is busy and cannot come. Is that an answer?
Aye, a good one. Pray God your wife doesn't send you worse.
I hope better.
Sirrah Biondello, go and entreat my wife to come to me forthwith.
Oh, entreat her. Nay, then she must needs come.
Say as you say, yours will not be entreated. Sirrah, where is my wife?
She says you have some goodly jest in hand and will not come.
You come to her.
She will not come. Oh, worse and worse. vile, intolerable, not to be endured. Sirrah Grumio, go to your mistress. Say I command her come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
Foul of fortune mine and there an end.
By my holiday, Katherina, she come.
What is your will, sir, that you send for me?
There is your sister and Hortensio's wife.
They sit conferring by the parlour fire.
Go fetch me them hither. If they deny to come, swinge me them soundly forth unto their husbands. Away, I say, and straight back.
Here is a wonder. If you talk of a wonder. So it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Marry, peace it bodes, and love and quiet life, and awful rule and right supremacy. And to be short, what's not but sweet and happy.
Fair befall thee, good Petruchio. The wager thou hast won, and to their losses I will add 20,000 crowns, another dower for another daughter, for she is changed as she has never been.
Nay, I will win my wager better yet, and show more sign of her new-built virtue and obedience. Come, bring your froward wives as prisoners to her womanly persuasion. Catherine, that cap of yours fits you not. Off with that bauble, throw it underfoot.
Lord, never give me cause to sigh till I be brought to such a silly pass. Fie, what a foolish duty call you this?
I would your duty were as wise. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, has cost me 100 crowns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Catherine, I charge thee, tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Come, come, you're mocking. We will have no telling.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
Fie, unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from those eyes to warn thy lord, thy king, thy governor. It blots thy beauty as frosts do bite the meads, confounds thy fame as whirlwinds shake fair buds, and in no sense is meet or amiable. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty, and while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee and for thy maintenance, commits his body to painful labour both by sea and land, to watch the night in storms, the day in cold, whilst thou liest warm at home, secure and safe, and crave no other tribute at thy hands but love, fair looks, and true obedience. Too little payment for so great a debt. Such duty as the subject owes the prince, even such a woman oweth to her husband. And when she is froward, peevish, sullen, sour, and not obedient to his honest will, what is she but a foul contending rebel and a graceless traitor to her loving lord? I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war when they should kneel in peace, or seek rule, supremacy, and sway when they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to toil and trouble in the world, but that our soft conditions and our hearts should well agree with our external parts? Come, come, you froward and unable worms. My mind hath been as big as one of yours, my heart as great, my reason haply more, to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength is weak, our weakness past compare, and seeming to be most, which we indeed least are. So veil your stomachs, for it is no boot, and place your hand below your husband's foot, in token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. May it do him ease.
Why, there's a wench. Come on and kiss me, Kate.
In thanks. We thank Alan and Margaret today for the use of their lawn at this beautiful garden, and I know how hard they've worked to make sure it is beautiful on this day. And Margaret will come up here as a small token of our thank yous. Now, you see, I've got three hats on today. See, I'm president of the Rotary, and as such, I must thank myself as chairman of the Revellers for bringing, at the moment, president of Rotary. Thank you, Revellers, for bringing this talented and distinguished cast here today. Who have given us so much pleasure and for a wonderful cause to try to eradicate polio in the world. And hopefully today we've raised some money to do that. And so that we could do it rather quickly, we did this play in about just over 5 weeks. I wish I'd had another couple of weeks, I could have learnt the lines. But that was Shakespeare according to Clive and William. But of course, when you do something on very short notice like this, most of the credit has to go to the people who direct it. So, and we had a superb assistant director. I don't know where she is. Where are you, Susan? But the one who bore the brunt of trying to get this ready on time and bullying his dad to learn his lines must go to David Reed, our director. Well done, David. So, thank you all, and goodbye.
Absolutely brilliant.
Good, glad you enjoyed it. Oh, can I get an olive?